So, a couple of years ago, I'm backstage at the Straz Center, downtown Tampa, and I'm helping with a big charity function there, and I look in the wings, and sitting there, quiet, by themselves, are Tony Dungy and his beautiful wife, Lauren. My first thought was, oh my goodness, this is Super Bowl champion Coach Tony Dungy. I need to rush him and tell him that he's Tony Dungy. Okay. I quickly discarded that thought. My second thought was, I need to leave him alone. People are bothering him all the time. And my third thought, I think, was from God. And that was, go up and tell this man, thank you. So that's what I did. I walked up and I said, Coach, you don't know me. I'm just helping out with the event here, but I needed to tell you, thank you for what you said on the field after the Super Bowl, holding the Lombardi Trophy. Thank you for what you said. And he shook my hand and said, you're welcome. I thought, you rascal, you are not going to get away with just a two-word response here to me. Because what he had said was so powerful. I wrote it down. I went back after the game and watched a tape and transcribed this. They asked him two questions. The first one, they asked him how the Colts came back from halftime. They were behind at halftime. And Tony said this, I got to thank the Lord. He did it in such a way that nobody would believe it. We got to give the Lord a lot of credit for giving us the strength to do it. I told my guys at the half, it's going to be a storm. The Lord doesn't always bring you through directly. Sometimes you got to work for it. Our guys worked so hard and hung tough. The next question was how it felt to be the first African-American coach to win the Super Bowl. And Tony Dungy said this, Lovie Smith and I are both proud to represent African-American coaches. And this win today is good for our country. But more than that, Lovie and I, Christian coaches, showing you can do it the Lord's way, we're more proud of that. And so I'd remembered what he'd said. And I thought, you got to give me more than you're welcome. And I said, Coach, please, tell me what it was like to be there on the field. What were you thinking? And he said, well, you know, people think that Super Bowl Sunday is crazy. And most of it is. He said, but Sunday morning, I found myself in my office at the stadium, and it was quiet. There was a good hour where there was nothing to do. Everybody knew what had to be done, but there were no interviews that we had to give. There was nothing else to do. We were getting ready for the game, and I had a quiet hour in my office. And in that quiet, I realized, win or lose after this game, win or lose, I was going to have 30 seconds, televised, nationwide, uninterrupted. And I decided in that quiet that I was going to give those 30 seconds to God.